Shalom to the nation of Israel. This is Barazal coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles' great millstone and to the hopeful elect pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Salam. This is going to be part 2 to the video I just posted, which is hyperinflation, famine, going into that topic. But I said I had a video. So let me just read this first. Okay. So you got Jeremiah 19:9. This is where I left off in the other video. And I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and they shall eat every one the flesh of his friend. And Slack. I'll read that again. And I will cause, Jeremiah 19:9, and I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and they shall eat every one the flesh of his friend in the siege and straitness. So siege is when you get surrounded by an army, right? They cut off your supply chain, right? Doesn't that sound familiar? That's what's happening right now. The supply chains are getting cut off, right? They're getting stuck up in the ports, or they're not even being shipped from the countries because now you have tariffs. The tariffs have increased, right? And then you also have the fee for shipping has went 13-fold, right? Which is insane, right? Because of hyperinflation, you got this whole toxic agent that's plaguing the world, that's causing this hyperinflation, all the other things, right? Then the financials are getting ruined, like what's what I'm looking for? Currency, right? It's about to crash. So there's so many things that are causing prices to go up, food to be locked off, right? We're in a siege. So in the siege, money goes up. Money goes down, therefore prices go up, right? And the worth of money goes down, so it's hard for you to buy things because you don't, like, if you're not someone that has a lot of money, if you're not one of the rich, the filthy rich, you're going to be in straits because now it's hard for you to buy things, buy food, like necessities. It's going to be hard for you to do that. And back when this all started, I remember like people were like cleaning out grocery stores just to buy toilet paper, right? But that's when you actually had money, right? That's when money, you could actually buy things, you had money. The money was rarely, you could, the currency wasn't in a, what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't mired in the clay, The currency still allowed you to purchase things. It's just that there was a shortage because everyone was getting afraid and, they were buying things, right? And also, there was some type of delay in the supply chain. But back then, you could buy things. That's my point. Now, you got hyperinflation. So prices are going to go up. So those same things that you were able to buy back then, it's going to be triple, quadrupled, and furthermore, right? Bread might be like $1.50 one day, and the next day it's like $50 for one loaf of bread. So like this is going to cause a lot of famine, a lot of people to go hungry, a lot of them to go crazy, right? Invading other houses, right? And cannibalism, right? So right here it says, and I'll read it from the beginning again, verse 9, Jeremiah 19:9, and I'll cause them to eat the flesh. I'll cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters. So parents are going to eat their kids, right? Cannibalism. And they shall eat every one the flesh of his friend. So you're going to be eating your friends in the siege and straitness, right? What I just talked about. Where with their enemies, and they that seek their lives shall straighten them, right? So at that point, everyone's going to be your enemy. But the real enemy of really everyone on the planet are the wicked elite. They're the enemy because, like, if you know about the Georgia Guidestone, they want to have the population to 500 million, I believe, right? So 7 billion, I think, is the number. It has to be killed. So this is part of the process. This is what they're going to do to get rid of everybody. On top of the toxic agent, the food, all other stuff. But this is going to increase the process, speed up the process. Right? So now we're going to go to And part of that is also, if like, now you can see that if you don't have a passport, a toxic agent passport, you can't go to certain places, you can't travel, and it's actually starting to get more difficult to buy or sell things, right? Now, the MOTB that's referred to in Revelations is supposed to be put in your forehead or your right hand or hands, right? And it says without this, you can't buy or sell. So we're going to go to that because people like to say that this toxic agent syringe that you get is the MOTB, which it's not. It doesn't fit, right? As much as you want it to fit, it doesn't fit. So let's go to Revelation. Okay, Revelation 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Right? And that's what he's doing with these miracles. He has a cure for this, a cure for that. Now there's a new variant. Now he has a cure for it. Oh, he's cured everybody. He's figured out a problem. When he's the one that created the problem, but he's figured out the solution. Salak. Right? Those are the miracles. Right? But now he's saying, okay, everyone make an image. So part of the image, but not the full image, but part of the image is getting the syringe. Right? Because now you're part of the society. You're like everyone else. You're not being against. You're not an unsyringed. You are a syringed, right? Because now the unsyringed are against this beast system. Right? Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? So that's what's happening. A lot of people are dying. Right? Because a lot of people that are not worshiping the image, which is part of the image, based on what we're doing right now, or what's going to happening right now, is that syringe. A lot of people are dying. Even people that are taking the syringe are dying. Majority of the people that are dying are ones that are actually taking the syringe, right? And then you have no idea, like these famous actors or famous people around the world that are actually taking the syringe that died. You have no idea what they weren't doing for the beast, because you never know. Maybe they're saying they didn't want to do X, Y, and Z, right? But then they caught them with the syringe and killed them. Who knows? But the main thing is what it's talking about here is when the MOTB comes in. That's the main thing. That is the image, the full image. Okay? The MOTB, at that point, if you don't take it, it's life or death. Right? Because they're already starting to do that with the syringe. That's how they do everything slowly. They put in these mandates, these rules, these laws slowly. So by the time when the MOTB gets here, which is that chip, that digital O, right? That law or rule of you, if you don't take it, you'll die. It's already been in place, and people are going to be used to it. It's going to be normalized. So people are not going to be like, they're not going to resist, right? Because they use gradualism to slowly bring it in, right? Okay, I'll just finish that. And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, right? So the ones that don't take that MOTB, that digital O, are going to be killed, right? Because there are going to be martyrs for the truth. So some men are going to die, right? And some are not. Majority of them are not, but some of them are going to die. That's fine. Hey, Yahushua went through the same thing. You took the same route as Yahushua. He died for what he believed in, right? Because he kept his faith to the end. Same thing. And look where he is. So, you just have to ask and pray that Yahweh Shem Yahushua keeps that spirit on you. And if that happens to you, if you're in that scenario, and just in general, really. Verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. And it's not just the right hand, because you read the other scripture, it also says hands. So it's not, everyone's like, oh, well, if I got it in my left, that's technically not, the prophecy has not been fulfilled. No, it also says hands. Okay? Now, I wanted to read this because I'm going to go in the video. Actually, I'll read the 17, then it'll make more sense. 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So if you don't have this MOTB, right, it's not the syringe, because it says right here, let's see, where is it? It causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the forehead. Right, and then it goes in at that no man might buy or sell. Right now, you can still buy or sell. Even though we have all these what's it called? This passports and stuff like that. There's still places open where you can buy or sell. Right? Like you can still buy or sell, you can still do certain things, there's certain places where you can go to eat and stuff like that. So this can't be the syringe can't be the MOTB. Right? Because it said that no man, it says no man, which means woman also, but no man might buy or sell. So if you don't have the MOTB, you can't buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? And verse 14, if you see it says, and deceiveth them. So he did this all through deception, which is what's happening right now. Everyone's being tricked. They're thinking some type of toxic, what's the word I'm looking for? Toxic. So toxic agent is loose. And it's not what they really say, which is tricking them into getting these syringes that were only made within a year to put in their body, even though they don't know what's in there, right? And even the stuff that are coming out that's listed in there are basically toxic, but people are still convinced because of their fear and their simple-mindedness to take it, right? So they're conditioning them. They're adding these rules here, rules there, that slowly condition them like sheep. So when they bring the MOTB, they're just going to take it, right? Because now they're going through such hell and such inconvenience that when the MOTB comes, it's going to be the answer to all their prayers, answer to all their problems. Once again, he creates the problems, but then has it also creates the solutions, right? And even here it says, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great. So not all people have taken the syringe. Now everyone hasn't taken it. Right? He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor. Right? There's rich people that still haven't taken it. The syringe. Free and bond. Right? To receive a mark in the right hand or in the forehead. So yeah, the syringe, a lot of people have taken it and been forced to take it, but like not everyone has taken it. And it says all, that doesn't include the elect. Right? That doesn't include the elect, because the elect are not going to take it. Right? So the reason why I read that, so you can see this video, just watch and behold.
Walgreens. So they look like normal shelves, but they're not normal shelves. Every single one of them has infrared scanning sensors right here for your forehead, right? A mark of the beast on your right hand or your forehead. Speak to it. It sees you. Seek to wave. They're made out of super thick metal. If you don't have the mark later on, you won't be able to buy or sell unless you scan your hand on this. Then it's going to open for you. Then it's going to let you get whatever you need.
Yeah, so he explains, he says that like right now you can open it, right? That's it. They're slowly bringing these stuff in. They're making it, right now it looks like a cool fridge, It has a video, it has like a digital screen. You can see all the stuff you want to buy. It looks cool. But like he's taking in the small details. right? The small details is just like you have those scanners on top. What are those scanners for? Right?
But without the mark of the beast, you won't be able to use these in the future. These lock. Right now, they're not locked, but they do lock. And they're made out of super thick metal with glass. You can't even break through them to...
Exactly what he just said. So you can't even break into them. So, you know, Jake's, eventually people are going to be hungry and stuff. Like, because people are going to resist for a little bit, whatever. And they're going to try and break into there. They won't be able to break into there because they already made those, they already thought all of those things out. You know? That's why in these times, if you don't have Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, you're screwed. Right? Because the scriptures say his servants will eat and they will drink. So the Most High will find a way for you to get those things. Right? But if you're focusing on yourself, you're shit out of luck. Right? You're going to get caught up with everything else. You're going to get destroyed.
Food. So again, recap Revelation 13. He calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on the right hand of their forehead, so that nobody could buy or sell unless they have the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right hand, forehead. And it's going to be like this everywhere. And this is all just the beginning. Certificate of vaccine ID. COVID, you won't be able to buy or sell unless you can prove that you're fully vaccinated. They're going to collapse the economies and then bring in digital currency. The stage is set. They just need that one last social cataclysm to completely collapse the economies and bring in their new world order.
Right? He pretty much waited to the point. Hopefully this video isn't getting taken down. But now we're going to go to... Yeah, you pretty much said everything, right? They're just waiting for one more thing. That's why they're installing these things now. They're getting ready because something's coming. Why would they be installing this stuff now? Right? Because something's coming. It's coming. And we already know it's coming, but it's coming soon. So, like, you know, if you're on the fence, you know, that door of mercy is closing. It's almost closed shut. Right? Because the climax of Jacob's trouble has not hit yet. We're already in Jacob's trouble. Because Jacob is in trouble. Right? They're attacking the Israelites. But we haven't hit the climax yet. Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, see? It said, or in his hand. It didn't say right hand. It said, or in his hand. Right? Because remember, he was just writing down what he saw. And majority of people are right-handed on the earth. So, of course, he's going to see more right-handed people in the vision. Right? But then he comes again and he says, or in his hand, the same, verse 10, shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right? So you're going to catch a very grievous death. Very grievous. Right, so now we're going to go to Revelation 12 and 9. Almost done. Revelation 12 and 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which is these Edomites, which deceiveth the whole world. Right, so he deceived the whole world because his main tool is deception, because he's trying to he doesn't want people to know that he's an Edomite, because if they knew, they would kill him. Hence what he said back in Genesis. Right? When Yahweh put that the mark on him, right? Which is his skin, the leprosy, right? Because back then everyone was brown. So if they see you and you have that leprosy, that means you're wicked. That's a mark. So they're gonna kill you. Something's wrong with you. You have to go. So that's why he learned that he had the skill of deception to trick everybody into thinking that, you know, he's not an Edomite. I said a word. He's not a Shashua. He's not a Idumean. You know, he's everything else but an Idumean. Right? Which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And his angels that's referring to are other like fighter jets in the sky, the planes. Those are angels that they're referring to. Because remember, his angels are carnal. So now, Revelation 16 and 2 is the last one. Revelation 16:2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast. So I'm going to do that in the next video, continuation to this, right? Going into the digital all, that MOTB, the chip, the mark of the beast, right? And show you that how the test they had, like they did on animals, that these animals started developing cancer, which is a grievous sore, right? Grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image, right? So that's it on that. And also worshiping the image is getting the syringes. That's a part of worshiping the image too, right? That is worshiping the image of the beast, right? Anyways, I hope this lesson was edifying to hopeful elect. Sincerely hope. Double honors and double blessings to the Apostle Great Millstone and to the hopeful elect, pushing his word and truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth, death and destruction to his wicked kingdom, and the 2/3 as well. Kwam Yasharella, Abad Babal, Shalom.